Hey, look at that. We're live. Hello, internet
Hi.
people.
Hola.
I don't actually know if anybody on the internet is watching us. But this is the first episode of a new game while the other one is on temporary question mark hiatus due to DM scheduling. So like most of the games that I wind up putting on the internet, we like to do, what is that, edging? Or is it just straight up orgasm denial?
I don't know what it's called, but I looked at our playlist on Roll20 and I'm like, TPK, TPK, cold death on the rest of them.
That's right. So hopefully we'll get to go back and kill Strahd at some point. But for now, we are going to attempt to play Magpie Games' Urban Shadows. For anybody who doesn't know, think the Dresden Files, but cooler.
With hopefully less chauvinism and a little more consequences.
And a little more consequences. Well, this is a Powered by the Apocalypse world, or Powered by the Apocalypse game, so consequences are kind of built in. I'm going to kind of go around and do a quick introduction of everybody, and then we'll get straight into the game. So to my left, for everybody on the stream, is Sam, playing Keila, the Vessel. Immediately below him is Neil, playing Paige, the Tainted. Straight across on the bottom is Matt, playing Nerida, the Fae. And immediately to my right is Haley, playing Sybil, the Oracle. You couldn't have picked a better name for the Oracle, by the way.
Forest.com.
Right?
Also, Google the meaning of flowers.
That's true. That is true.
And you got a full name. Synonym, flower.
Cinnamon?
Close enough.
So we did a lot of kind of the mechanical work of creating characters before we got here last week while there was no stream on Tuesday. But we've held off on answering questions because that's the kind of thing that's interesting. So we'll get straight into that, I think. Once I find the page in the book that has all of those questions that needs to be answered on them. So I'd like to start with Sybil. Haley, you've already picked all of your stats and moves and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I did my homework.
You did your homework.
Well, mostly.
You're a better person than I am.
That's not true. It took 5 minutes.
That's true. That is one of the beautiful things about Powered by the Apocalypse games. Oh, we're gonna play now? Let's make some characters. 2 minutes, done.
Yep. Fill in some
Basically,
boxes.
you just have to decide and move on.
Make a decision.
That's right. Well,
Okay, do that 17 times. Now you have a character.
All right. So there are some introductory questions for everybody, and we're going to do Sybil's first.
Sibilance.
So your first question, who are you?
Middle class family. Father from Iraq, mother from Greece. I thought I was normal once, and then I started seeing things start coming true.
Nice. How long have you been in the city? And in this case, because I haven't made it clear yet, the city in this case is New Orleans.
I'd say I've been in the city for the majority of my life, so
So you grew up here.
probably. Yeah. So I think we probably moved here when I was young, like 5 or something.
Nice. Were there a lot of problems with like being part Iraqi that was awkward living in the American South?
Well, yeah. Tried to do my best to appear more um, um kind of the any girl,
Okay.
play up more of the Greek heritage, but mostly just kind of hid.
Nice. Nice to try and fit in as well as you can.
Yeah.
Cool. How do you cope with the visions?
Parkour.
Parkour?
Mm-hmm.
You run it out?
I just fucking run until I can't breathe and therefore I can't think.
Nice. Do you
Perfect solution.
like do you run with a group, or is it like you just solo, like booking it through?
It's one of those things, like, you meet with some other people who are interested in parkour every once in a while because you kind of use the same area.
Right.
You chat, your acquaintances. Some of them might even be friends, but for the most part, it's pretty solitary.
Nice. What are the nightmares like?
Like being electrocuted.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, are they actually physically painful?
Yes. So it's kind of like being extremely overstimulated. Like all the senses are just kind of blown out of proportion.
Nice. Like, has that been? How did your like family react when you first started having those? Like, did they try and figure out if there was something wrong with you? Like, take you into doctors and shit, or?
I mean, yeah. First, they took it to the doctors to get checked out to make sure it wasn't some kind of neurological thing. But once they realized things were coming true and ended, things were very similar to mythologies they had heard in their childhoods. Then they found or they searched out for a mentor, basically.
Oh, did they? Is your mentor still around?
Yes, but she's deep in the swamps, so she, it's not like walk next door to see your mentor, say howdy.
Right.
Kind of a journey each and every time. Oracles don't tend to integrate very well.
Okay. Cool. What was their name?
Shit.
How about Emma?
Okay.
Was it a woman or?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to assume. You said her, but I wanted to make sure that I got that right. Where are we? So what is it that you desperately need?
Not a filter, but kind of like a filter. We're a dampener. That's what it is.
Okay. So like you need like something to help you control or focus your visions?
Yes.
Okay.
To make it less a full body less disturbing, everything less.
So when you have a vision, is it an image you see in your head, or is it more like something is like you're transported somewhere else?
It's like something else is transported to me.
Oh, okay.
It's like something else is opening up and is channeling itself through me. That's why it's so overstimulated, because it's not your regular surroundings.
Right. So it just like takes over all of your perceptions. Yeah. It's more like
it's like being possessed.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Who would you like to introduce themselves next? Haley.
Oh, I'm picking.
Yes.
Was it Keila?
Keila, the vessel. Hello, Keila.
Hello.
Would you tell us who you are, please? Hold on, I have to look up your playbook, because you're one of the non-standard playbooks. And
yep, I'm in Dark Streets.
You are in Dark Streets. And it's not in any of those. Hang on. I have that. It's right here. There we go.
Keila is the creation of a rabbi in New Orleans to protect his community and obey the instructions of the chosen on the holy days.
Does this rabbi have a name?
Yeah. Rabbi Oren First. O-R-E-N, and the last name is F-U-E-R-S-T.
Is he still part of your life, or is he gone?
He is gone.
What happened?
During the surge of Hurricane Rita, a bunch of young men attacked him. They had false aspirations of making the country once again great.
Ah, some of those. That sounds freaking awful. How long have you walked the earth?
2001. Probably November, December, sometime probably between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
Because her first memories were protecting her people, the chosen, from the influx of proper noun terror that had struck the U.S.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was a serious concern. 2001, especially that time of the year. We already answered who your creator was. Why have you chosen to forsake your bondage?
He was killed, and without the rabbi to give her instruction,
okay,
she lacks direction. She lacks instruction.
Okay. So, did the rabbi have a family? Was it just him, or?
There was a community, because there's not a, as far as I read, there's not a huge population of big Jewish population in New Orleans.
No.
It's a pretty heavily Catholic culture.
Yes, it really is. So, but no, like, direct family, no wife, children.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. I mean, I personally don't know a lot about if what oaths rabbis take in their service of faith. I don't know if they can have family. Sure.
Yeah. Well, they, as far as I know, they can. Not being Jewish, but I believe so. I just didn't know if you had any, like, with him gone, if you had any obligations to them, or was your connection only to, like, directly to the rabbi?
It turns out rabbi can marry. I don't know if it's rabbis or rabbi, if it's like moose, but yeah, he had a spouse and probably kids that were younger than Keila appears.
Okay.
Which is interesting because she follows orders,
Right.
or did rather.
All right. What keeps you here?
She feels bound. She doesn't know by what, but she feels bound to New Orleans for now, and watching over the community of the Chosen in New Orleans. And so it's a matter of they're a minority. I don't know that they're necessarily a persecuted minority, like formally.
Right.
But there's always, when you're not part of the majority, there's always people that like to poke and prod and be problematic.
Right. Yeah. Well, and as big a city as New Orleans is, it's still the American South with, all of the baggage that carries. I'm sure it's better than some places, but I'm also sure it's not better than a lot of places. At least in kind of this world. Cool. Who would you like to hear about next?
I'd like to hear about Nerida.
Oh, yeah?
Nerida. The Fae.
Hit me.
Pick you. Let me find your questions. Not that they're not on your character sheet. So introduce yourself to us, Nerida. Who are you?
He said, yeah.
What's that?
You dropped out for a second there. What did you say?
I said, introduce yourselves to us. Who is Nerida?
I am Nerida. I am a fae. Specifically, I am a will-o'-the-wisp. And I am a young-looking black woman. She can basically turn into the traditional, like, will-o'-the-wisp type look where she can just go over. They traditionally come out of, like, swampland areas, which I figure,
There's a few.
New Orleans is some of that there.
Yeah.
She looks like she wears expensive clothing. Yeah.
Cool. How long have you...
Kind of alien demeanor.
Oh,
What was that last bit?
You have an alien demeanor.
Oh, got it.
How long have you been here? How long have you been in New Orleans?
About 20 years. From my at least conscious memory, I may have been less of a conscious being before then, but I just remember being myself at one point, and I continue to be myself.
Being such an outsider, like, what is it about the city that keeps you here?
That's where all the people are. How else are you going to guide them into the swamps?
So you want to be where the people are?
Jesus.
There's a mute button on here, right?
Yeah.
That was my one, and I feel like it was a good one. I've earned it early, but it was a good one.
It was.
I have a feeling you're going to go into debt with the "this is my one" thing.
He already is.
But yeah, basically, she's in like a large population area around a swamp because, like, her thing, as long as she can remember, is she kind of just lures people into swamps until they die there.
Right. Well, that's your will-o'-the-wisp. That's your nature, right?
That's what I do.
That is what you do.
Hmm.
What do you love most about humanity?
Oh, they're very trustworthy. I mean, trusting. Sorry. They, I mean, I can really present myself in any manner, and they'll believe me just by hearing what I tell them.
Yeah. Do like
They'll,
is there ever a problem with somebody catching on that you're like I I know that you're Fae, like your appearance maybe could be fluid, right?
Mhm.
But what happens when they don't catch on, or when they like don't just believe you?
There's a lot of low-hanging fruit out there. So if it's too much work, sorry. Okay, great. It's been fun. Look at that guy over there. Yeah.
Nice. Who's your closest confidant in the city?
So there's this guy who works in a bodega in the fridge quarter. Typical.
Right.
His name is Randall, and at least ever since I've come into the city, I just talked to him about like what I do. I mean, I'm not sure if he actually believes me, if he thinks I'm some, like raving lunatic, but he listens
Yeah.
and I talk, and I've decided not to lure him into the swamp because he keeps listening.
Nice. So Randall, is he like,
He's getting close to retirement.
oh, so he's an older dude.
Yep.
Nice.
He's 2 weeks from retirement.
He's 2 weeks
Yes.
from
2 weeks. Yeah.
What you're saying is he's getting too old for this shit.
He's
Thank you.
got a
Thank you. The
hardboard
alien
partner
poop.
bodega there.
Partner has the tag sweet mullet.
Nice. How does it feel to see him like getting older? You've been here for 20 years. How long have you known him?
20 years. Like when I first knew myself, I decided to start talking to someone about it, and that was the first guy I talked to, and he keeps listening.
Nice. Has he ever commented on the fact that you don't age?
Not yet. I don't know. I mean, he might be catching on. I mean, that's one of those things, put a frog in a pot of boiling water
Lost
versus
Freddy.
turning it on. He just might
Freddy.
not really notice it.
Ready, buddy? And I think Neil lost you. Like a pair of keys.
Yeah, I can't see Neil either.
I'll
I
refresh just in case.
figured someone would tell me. I see him now.
I got you.
I got you.
Can you hear me, Neil?
Yep,
All
Can you
right.
feel me near you?
I can feel you.
What is
That's
it?
weird because I'm not there.
What is it that you desperately need?
I need to not feel so hollow. Because nothing is fulfilling. As many, I guess, people I lure into the swamp, as many new sets of shiny clothes I grab off the shelves, as much, I guess, even food as I eat. I really don't need to, but as much food as I eat, I just feel like a shell.
Nice. What have you
Just not really.
has trying to fill that hole been a thing for you over the last 20 years?
I've tried the different ways to, find fulfillment, and drugs really don't do anything for me. I guess intimate relationships go poorly when I lead them to the swamp.
Guys, I don't know how to get out of the swamp either now. All this acid. Ah, this was a poor choice.
I mean, a gal has needs, you know. You get kind of riled up, and you're like, well, let's go to the swamp, and like, oh, not again, and you know, you know, a shrimp po' boy doesn't do it.
Body shots don't do it.
Yeah, body shots. Even like a ride on a paddle boat doesn't do it.
Nice.
I'm searching.
What have you not done? Or let me rephrase that. What have you refused to do?
What if I'm sorry, you
I said,
dropped out again.
What have you refused to do?
To try anything with any other Fae.
Okay.
I've seen them around and I avoid them because I don't know what they would do to me. I don't really know any other Fae, personally. I know of them because they can just tell.
Right.
But I don't know. It's kind of terrifying when I see one.
So you've kind of been like outside of even the community of your own kind.
Really, yeah. I mean, I just got my own little, dead marshes area that I claim as my own.
Okay.
The face is looking up. It's kind of cool, It helps me sleep at night.
Helps you sleep. It reminds you of home.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. So last but not least is Paige.
Hello.
All right. Paige, introduce yourself to us.
I'm Paige. I'm in my early 30s, fairly successful in the business world and marketing.
Wow, you
had
are tainted.
pretty much right. I'm Asian American and white, so biracial.
Okay.
Let's see, what else about me? I kind of had everything. So successful career, nice place, nice car, everything going well. The one thing I never had was a way to shake the...
Oh, I lost him. Hang on.
I just I found Neil again.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
So it's Mike. So yeah, I mean, like, Paige kind of had it all, but she was super, super lonely. Super lonely. Like, no, like, really didn't make any connections, never had any relationships. Like, everything was, like, superficial. She has a few good friends, but not, like, a whole lot. So that is kind of who she was.
Right.
So then her friend Nikki, who told her about this guy she knew, who might be able to help her out with that. And so Paige
I have a good feeling about this meeting.
Oh yeah, it's all good stuff. Paige ended up making a deal to get this guy that she'd kind of secretly been in love with for a long time to fall in love with her.
Okay.
But that deal came at a very heavy cost. And now she runs errands for a demon.
Awesome. Does this demon have a name?
Zirlan, Xirlan. She just calls him X, and it
I
pisses
thought you were going to say Randall.
him right off.
He does not like being called Zero.
No, he likes the like the respect that he's due as a demon.
Right. But now
So you don't talk to him about Mr.
Mr. X.
Or Professor. So how long have you been in the city?
Let's see. Probably transferred here for the job about like 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay. Was that before or after you?
Oh, before.
Okay, so you were already tainted by the time that you had come here.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so it was while you were here.
Yeah,
That you
like
changed.
after she was, yeah. So after I was here for a while.
Gotcha. So was this fairly recently?
Not all that long ago, no. Like probably the last couple of years.
Okay. Is the dude still in the picture? The guy that you made the deal for?
Yes, because he kind of has to be. But let's see. What are the details? What's going to be fun? Yeah, I think he's still around, but like I still have stuff to do before like I get what I wanted.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh shit, he's a dangling carrot.
So
Yep.
X is holding the object of your desire over your head.
Right. Like there was probably a taste of it when the deal was made.
Nice. What's this guy's name?
What should his name be?
Gregory.
Not Gregory. I would never love a Gregory.
Gilbert.
Joaquin.
Close. Yeah, I could go with that.
Joaquin.
Joaquin, yeah. That's beautiful, actually.
Sweet. Who would you die for?
That's a short list. So, she wouldn't die for Joaquin because, like, her love is super selfish, and it doesn't do her any good if she's dead and he's alive.
That makes sense.
So probably, and her friend Nikki got her messed up in all of this stuff, so not her. She has a sister back in Seattle where she came from.
Yeah, what's your sister's name?
Kelly. With a Y.
I was just gonna ask if that was gonna be with a Y or with an I.
God damn it.
It's Kelly with a double E.
Kelly.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna spell it for you.
Kelly.
This is so hard. K-E-E-L-L-I-E-E-Y.
Oh god.
E.
Wow, that is a lot of vowels.
That is
Kelly.
a lot of vowels. Is Kelly older or younger than you?
Kelly's younger.
Younger.
Yep.
Nice. How long has it been since you've seen her?
A couple of years. So the last time I saw Kelly was before I made this deal. But like, you know, I've still got friends and stuff. I still will call her on the phone. Like I talk to her and check in, but like I haven't actually gone and seen her.
Right. What is your daily release?
Oh, what is it? It's gonna be something so awful.
Petty theft.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, that is appropriate. That's
That is awful.
truly something awful.
Lone Star.
Her daily release is, what should it be? I think it's gonna be like going to the gym, like working out.
Okay.
Again, super superficial.
Nice. Yeah, I say that like, yes, superficiality. Fuck yeah.
All I'm imagining is the scenes from Don John when he goes to the gym to work out.
What do you desperately need?
I mean, like, there's what I actually desperately need, and then there's like probably what I think I desperately need.
What do you think you desperately need?
I think I desperately need Joaquin.
Okay. Joaquin with an asterisk.
Yes. His last name is Closet.
Joaquin Closet. No.
Just-
No.
That's really good. I did not see that
That's
coming.
fantastic.
I did not see it coming. I was deer in the headlights for that one. That was so clean.
Nope, we gotta keep that one.
That was delectable.
I hate you people so much. What do you actually desperately need?
She needs like human connection. She needs to like stay connected to her humanity, because the pull of what she's doing for her demon employer is threatens to kind of get rid of that. She's, there's a danger of getting lost.
Nice.
But I am not aware at all of that.
Of course not. Why would you be? All right. So now we know everybody.
Do we?
Well, we know
of everybody.
We know of everybody as we kind of begin the journey.
There's a lot of proper nouns here.
I didn't really mean like hashtag the journey, like it's some kind of bullshit self-help book.
Like it's like all of a sudden we're playing Urban David Wolf. The Judy.
We're playing Urban Deepak Chopra.
There you go.
Oh, hang on.
Let's see. Can I switch this up?
Awkward.
When you say switch this up?
In middle of broadcast. 1 sec.
Or Joaquin's last name can be Turner, so that if Paige ever does get her wish,
then she can be Paige Turner.
I love you, Neil.
Not as good. Not as good.
Oh no!
Oh, I know.
No, because it was coming. It was coming. But Joaquin Closet. Choice. Just delectable. It's beautiful.
All right. So, absent any real plan, because welcome to Powered by the Apocalypse games. I will hit that button so that everybody should be able to see that. Yes. I don't know if it actually shows it to you, like where I have it scrolled down to. But I am looking at the session intro move. So, which one of y'all would like to read the session intro move so that people know what's going on?
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Session intro. You just want me to read
Oh,
the text of it?
we haven't answered our questions about each other yet, have we?
No, this is where that happens.
Oh, gotcha. That's where we do deaths?
Yes,
Okay, sorry.
I believe
Session
so.
intro.
Hang on.
At the beginning of every session, choose the player of the character you trust the least to spotlight a faction for your character that isn't already marked, and mark that faction. Tell the MC about a rumor or conflict that you've heard about that faction, building on previous established information if you'd like, and roll with the faction.
All right. Did I miss some post character Oh,
Yeah,
introduction
there's
to
deaths.
You're
It's,
right.
It's like doing HX.
You're right. You're right.
I got you.
You got me. Thank you for backing that up. I appreciate you reading that to us, Freddie. But I have to. I have to.
1 second.
I have to back up now.
What's up?
You gotta back that ass up.
Thank you for backing that up.
All right. So everybody's been introduced. So now it is. It says proceed with the person to the left of the MC, but we are not sitting in a circle.
Well, we technically are. It's really big.
It is a really, really, really big circle. The person to my left is Keila.
Oh, hooray.
So you get to start with your debt moves.
Do I do all of them at once?
Each player reading allowed one of the debt moves listed on their archetype.
Okay, I'll start with the first one.
Okay.
Someone convinced me to come to the city to help them with an ongoing problem. They owe you 2 debts.
So who?
I think Nerida. Nerida owes me 2 debts because she convinced me to come to near where she kind of operates from where I used to be in New Orleans to help her with an ongoing problem. How much shape do we give, and who gives the shape to the problem?
You guys can kind of figure out what was the initial problem.
I like the idea of red caps.
There were red caps in New Orleans.
What do you think, Freddie?
Remind me what those are.
They're a fae that offers help, and the idea is they're like, oh yeah, I'll help you get somewhere, I'll help you, and then along the way they murder you, and then they dip their hats in your blood, which gives their hats their red color.
That sounds awesome.
And so what happened with them? I'm trying to...
How about you tell me? And why you need my help.
So you are a... Was it you're a hunter?
No, I'm the vessel. I'm the homunculus, the golem.
Why do I need your help? That's right, okay. So, these red caps, it's a type of fae that they're very good at fitting in among humans. And so, I didn't really necessarily pick them out when I met up with one. I kind of tried to do my thing, lure this person or this red cap into the swamp, and usually when I do that, I'm like, hey, can you give me a ride to my place? And along the way, things turn sideways. But perhaps they didn't notice that I was also a will-o'-the-wisp, and they couldn't necessarily immediately overpower me. And you were there to help me fight them off.
And I happen to have an instinct that is to hunt the disloyal.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Nice.
Are they maybe renegade fae?
Who would they be disloyal to?
That's an awesome idea.
That is an interesting question. Are they disloyal? And disloyal to who? Maybe it's a mystery. Maybe they didn't tell you who their boss was supposed to be. Maybe you could just tell Keila.
You could just sniff out disloyalty.
You just, yeah. I mean, if you were like, hey, these guys promised me something. They broke that promise. I need help bringing them in. That would trigger one of my instincts. And I'd be like, okay, let's go talk to them. And then I like went through a car because I have the Kool-Aid Man move.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
So you wound up owing.
I know.
Oh,
This
ahead.
guy's a taxi driver. That's right. Taxi
The
driver.
red, or is he an Uber driver?
I hired the Uber driver, Red Cap, and he started not taking me to the right place because I was trying to.
You were trying to
The
lure him
Uber
into the
driver.
swamp.
But he totally broke his promise by driving to the swamp and took me somewhere else. So he broke his promise.
That is always a problem.
Like we started physically getting into it, and I was like, "Hey, help!" Because he wanted to, kill me.
He wanted to murder you.
Yep. I was like, "Hey, I hired this Uber driver, but he's totally trying to kill me."
1 star.
One star said murder. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Going around my left, Paige. Paige is the next person, I think.
All right. Let's see.
Pick
Debts.
any one of your debt moves.
I have a demon patron who holds the contract for my soul. I owe them 3 debts.
Yes, you owe X 3 debts, right?
I do owe X 3 debts.
Someone is massaging their microphone with something, and it is awful.
Sorry, I think that might have been me.
I don't know what it is.
So the character sheet has blank owes me blank debts for blank. So there's not like there's not a I owe blank.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you kind of automatically owe those 3 debts, right?
Yep.
I
I guess down in the notes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we just answer one of these questions each.
Okay.
But I think it's kind of obvious that you're.
I'm with you. I mean, like, that one needs to happen, but I want one that will tie me into the other characters a little bit.
Yeah, and I think yours is pretty much like the nice thing about being a tainted is that people just kind of owe you things because that's how you work,
Right.
which is why you.
Well, what's interesting is of the 3 debts listed in the book, only one of them are someone owing me, and the other 2 are me owing someone.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sorry, I was bringing. Here they are. So you're protecting someone from a dark power. They owe you 2. Someone is trying to save you and keep suffering for it. You owe them 2. And you have a demon patron who holds the contract for your soul. You owe them 3. So either you're protecting someone, or someone is trying to save you.
I would like to be protecting someone.
Who are you protecting?
Am I protecting? Sorry, Haley, what's your character's name?
Sybil.
Sybil.
You're protecting.
Paige is protecting Sybil.
Nice. Does Sybil know that you're protecting her? Well,
Ooh.
I guess she owes you debts. So
She must be aware.
She must be aware of that. Also, she does see the future.
Right.
Wow, yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
So what is this dark power? Is it a rival demon?
Don't know. Is it something like something oracle-y that you were doing got like, disturbed and a spirit? You saw too much of something.
Let's see. Probably I saw too much of something. I would imagine I probably saw something about a powerful rival to X.
Ooh, what if it was X?
Oh.
Or it was X.
Like you saw, like, maybe some job, like some other tainted that was supposed to come after you. And Paige stepped in.
There was the only one.
I was thinking that actually that like Paige might have had had to carry out a contract on Sybil.
Oh.
But then got there and couldn't do it.
Nice.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which is really out of character for Paige.
Yeah, and probably not so great for your relationship with X.
Right.
Because I don't think they like it when you refuse to
Don't finish.
Right.
Nice. What is
Yeah,
it
does
X
that
wanted you to do?
Oh, I was supposed to kill her.
just kill the. I could see that. I mean, it's dangerous having somebody that can see your machinations.
Yep. And like I think I'm secretly like telling X like, I'm keeping her close, and if I feel like it gets to a point where I need to do something, I will. But
Right.
that's just what I'm telling him.
So yeah, I figure he probably I probably went into one of my, we'll call them a trance, but they're not still. But
Right. You went into an episode.
yes, there we go. And I started writing something in the sands, which demonic. So something that X could read and was relayed back to him, but I have no clue what it fucking means.
Nice.
Right. And you needed to die before somebody else could see it who would know what it meant.
Right. Or make sure, another episode didn't happen again where, somebody wouldn't find out.
Nice. Has X figured out that the job hasn't been done?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So
he knows that the job hasn't been done, and he knows that I'm keeping Sybil close,
Nice.
ostensibly to keep an eye on her to make sure.
Right. Cool. No, that sounds awesome. Incidentally, if you haven't done so, which two jobs do you currently have?
My current jobs are... Where'd they go? Sorry, finding stuff on the character sheet. Where did it go? I put them down. Factions, stats. Where in the heck are they?
Mm-hmm. Are they listed on the character sheet? Demonic jobs. There it is. Tracking down
Oh, there they are.
demons and assassinating your patron's enemies.
Yes.
Nice. Was this part of your
The second one.
second job? Nice. Okay, so this is still on the books. A job still on the books that you have, as of yet, managed to not fulfill.
Right. I've just been buying time.
Cool. I dig it. Sweet. So Nerida,
Yes.
you have debt moves. Let me find it.
Pick one of them. I think I like the one. You are keeping something hidden for someone. They owe you a debt.
Ah. What are you keeping hidden, and from who? And for who, sorry.
That's a good question, Paige. What am I keeping hidden for you?
Oh, what could you be keeping hidden for me? I am truly stumped. The only thing that Paige really cares about are appearances and her sister. Yeah, my sister. But she's not in town. What else could Paige be hiding? I can't come up with anything, to be honest. I'm thinking, but I just don't.
What would Paige be hiding? Something about your sister. Has she done something? Has she made a deal with?
What if you're
Is there any evidence?
embezzling to keep your sister out of debt or something?
Well, the only thing is, like, I don't have my day job anymore.
Or were embezzling? Now you just skim some off the top on your jobs.
How?
X doesn't care as much about the money.
Just trying to
Be something like as mundane as like data, you know.
Credit card debt?
Or
Oh, dude. She knows about Joaquin.
Oh, nice.
Like, that's one of Paige's 2 weak points. Like, she knows the deal and what the deal was for.
Oh yeah.
Because that is not something Paige wants anyone to know.
So
it's
Nerida,
basically keeping a secret.
yeah, you're hiding information for Paige.
Yeah. Yeah, he perhaps was being led to the swamp? I don't know.
That's
pretty funny.
I like that.
one.
Yeah, and I came along and was like, no.
Nice.
And I just learned about.
So you know that basically I sold my soul to get this guy. I mean, like, he doesn't even know, right? Like, you could wreck Paige's day if you told him. You could wreck Paige's day if you told anyone, basically.
So knowing this information, I somehow got that information, and then I can say, well, you owe me to not go telling everyone about this.
Call it leverage.
Yes.
Is that in character for Nerida? Would she hold information over someone like that?
She loves having someone be indebted to her.
Okay, well then this would definitely count.
Yeah. Like you can't pay your debt if you're dead in the swamp, so I let you live. So
that works. Or like, yeah, she could totally kill Joaquin.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, no, that's dangerous. Yeah, you do owe Nerida for keeping that shit quiet.
Right.
Awesome. All right. Is there anything else that I need to go over for Nerida's character? You don't have.
I need to finalize what fairy powers I have.
Okay. Yeah, there's just a list, and you get to choose 3.
Yeah, I can pick like 3 of the 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Do we go through all our debts?
No, we'll just go through one debt move each, and then we'll like the session opening should do like any additional tying together that we need. All right, Sybil, you get to pick a debt move. If I can find it.
So does that be about one of the other characters?
It can be about an NPC if you would like.
I guess. Sam, do you owe, or did somebody owe you?
Whoa, you were like super hard to hear. Nerida owes me.
Tap in front of my microphone, I
Oh.
think.
That. Yeah, as soon as the cat moved,
Bit of a dampener.
you got unmuffled. Kitty muffler.
She's gonna bite me now. Sorry, Sam, what did you say?
Nerida owes me 2 debts because I helped her with a red cat problem.
Stop fighting. Okay, let's gonna go with you are helping someone to realize their true potential through your visions. They owe you 1 debt. So I'm gonna say you owe me a debt because I'm trying to figure out. Wait, what was it? You were looking for your purpose or something? What was your need?
Without my need, I don't really have needs. I have instincts.
No, what you're desperate to find?
Yeah, that's actually not
Everybody-
a question on that character.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but the vessel's all about like becoming
I want to
becoming
I
a
wanna be
real
human.
boy.
Right. So, to find out how you can transcend.
Are you my self-help guru?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
I don't know. You should. So, if you're trying to find attach your soul to a like a human body, is that
No.
no? What?
Um,
I don't know. What's up? with
so
you?
I am an empty shell found and filled.
So you need a soul?
So you have to pick what you're made of, and she was made from a statue of Persia stolen and brought to life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like I don't have corruption like you guys have. I have redemption. So I'm trying to become human.
Okay.
And so my mechanics work a little different, but I am slave to my instincts, and fighting them is how I gain redemption points to become more human, like not being slave to those instincts. My instincts are, in order of importance, to protect the valuable, to labor in silence, to pleasure the worthy, and to hunt the disloyal. I like the idea that you're helping me find like what it means to be human.
Okay.
You're like Geordie LaForge to Keila's Data.
The thing is, like, if you're Middle Eastern looking, so am I.
Yeah.
So we're birds of a feather, right? Maybe we met somehow through that, like that we both look alike. Are you Jewish?
No.
Because if you're Jewish, that ties us together pretty quick.
No, I think she just runs in a circle of people who don't feel like they belong. You know, there's certain areas of the city where you can kind of blend in a little bit better. So she'll run in those parks, or so she has plenty of Jewish friends. Well, not plenty, but a few.
Nice. Do like, I guess the question is, like, do you see Keila ever becoming human?
I think it's like I'm facing the side of a mirror, and on one side it's Keila human, on the other it's her in chains. And like there's a pulsing, like the mirror's pulsing to one side and the other, and there's something hanging over it, but I can't tell what it is.
Can we state that something in that vision is made of bronze?
Sure, the that's holding the glass is made of bronze.
And because I have a bronze ankle clamp that was made by the rabbi that she can't take off.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
I have to see that or write all that down. Not staring.
Okay. And so Keila owes you a debt for that.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay, that should be everybody's debt moves. And now I can actually do the real session intro. At the beginning of every session, choose the player of the character you trust the least to spotlight a faction for your character that isn't already marked, and mark that faction. Nobody has any factions marked at this point. Tell the MC a rumor or conflict that you've heard about that faction, building on previous established information if you'd like, and roll with the faction. I believe I had Nerida read that before, and then short-circuited. So I'm going to start there. So Nerida, who do you trust the least?
Sybil.
You trust Sybil the least. Awesome. Who Sybil
Right now.
would which faction, let me get to it. Mortality, Night, Power, or Wild would you like would you like Nerida to highlight?
Nerida to highlight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What exactly is highlighting?
So there should be on your character sheet. Let me pop open character sheet. There's a little box that says marked next to factions.
Oh yeah.
So that is both at the beginning. You get to pick which one of those he marks.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should say she. Which one Nerida marks. And that's basically a free XP. Every time that you've marked all 4 factions, you get an advance.
Oh, okay.
And so whenever you deal with members, like whenever you do a faction move with somebody that you have, with a faction that you haven't marked yet, that's when you get to mark that and get XP. So that's the advancement mechanic, is dealing with all of these different factions in the city. So which one would you like Keila to mark?
Wait, Keila or Nerida?
Yeah, sorry, Nerida.
I'd say mortality, because she seems to spend more time around humans than... She definitely avoids Fae.
Nice. So Nerida, go ahead and mark mortality, and tell me a rumor or conflict that you've heard about something going on in the Mortality faction.
There's a new disease spreading,
Oh.
Oh, dang.
from what I heard. Not sure specifically how it's spread, but it tends to pop up among the type of folks who you would see at clubs. So I don't know if it'd be like sexual or drugs or something like that.
Yeah, it could be any number of things, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Sweet. So go ahead and roll with that faction.
How do I physically do that on this?
If you look at your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
sure.
So I see mortality is like one of the drop downs.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and really, you can click any of those, because the way it works is you just roll it. You select which faction, and then
So like hit the streets or put a face to a name. It doesn't matter which one you click.
yeah, because it's always all of those are rolling with the faction. So as long as you're rolling with mortality, it doesn't matter. It's gonna.
Gotcha. I will do that.
You got a 4. On a miss, you're caught flat-footed, unprepared, or unaware. The MC will tell you who is coming at you.
Yes.
That's a good way to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Coming at me specifically.
Yes. I think for the conflict you've kind of set up for yourself, coming at you is going to be pretty broadly interpreted.
Okay.
In this case, I think Randall is coming at you. This disease has so far been being spread among club kids, but I think Randall is starting to show the first symptoms.
Oh.
Oh, it's personal.
It
now.
starts with a lack of sleep, like insomnia, wicked insomnia. Not like, oh man, I had trouble sleeping, or at least that's the way it starts. But then like not being able to sleep for days.
Ooh. So he just kind of finds me, or do I just meet? I maybe meet up at his bodega.
Yeah, I mean he's your closest confidant, right? You see him more than you see any other mortal, and so you've been the one to at first it's one of those things that one of those weird things that humans get sick, right? But you see Randall over time, and eventually you start noticing that his symptoms are matching the rumors that you've been hearing about this new disease, with the despite the fact that this guy's, what'd you say, in his 60s?
Yeah, close to retirement, I guess. Yeah, 60
Yeah.
sounds.
Maybe you shouldn't have been doing all that E.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe all the club people go by his bodega after they're done.
Oh man, are you telling me that frat kid vomit is what passes this disease?
Yeah, but the last time that you'd gone in to see him, dude was a fucking zombie, right? Not literally.
Good.
Yes.
As far as you can tell. But yeah, just you know what people look like after they haven't slept for fucking ever, right? They get all that waxy complexion, and you know, huge bags under their eyes, starts complaining about, like, you've caught him, like, glancing into, you know, spaces in the bodega where there's clearly nobody there, because he's been awake for so long that he's starting to see things.
I know that feeling. Oh my goodness. All right. Randall, you're not looking so hot.
And yeah, he's like, huh? What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I can't. Nerida, it's good to see you. We do go around and do this for everybody. By the way, as far as I know,
Do we?
do we just start this with one person?
I don't know.
Choose the player of the character you trust the least.
So that's a lot of story hooks that you'll be starting.
Right. Maybe
This might be like a quick little scene that each character does.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to look up this move because it's
There's a thing here that it says the first session. It says frame scenes with multiple characters. Avoid any scene in the first session that starts with just one character.
right.
That's not, you know. So I'm just wondering if it's vignettes or if we're.
Each character triggers the move when sessions open and close. Yeah. So it's the thing is that this move is intended like to not, you don't use it every time. Like if there's already shit going on,
Right.
that you have to deal with, like you don't do the session intro move. This is really just setting up like all of that, you know, all of that web of shit when the game kind of goes and starts, you know, all the conflicts start tapering off. That's
Right.
Starts to sag.
yeah. So that's when we do it. So for this first session, I think we should go through it. You know, you guys are all tied together. There's clearly stuff going on, but we don't know much about what's kind of going on out in the city, and that's what this does.
Cool.
So yeah, like I think we start off with we know Randall is being consumed by this mystery disease. Which character do you trust the least, Freddie?
I already picked Kaylee.
You already picked Sybil.
Yeah, Sybil.
Sybil, which
Yeah.
which character do you trust the least?
Well, I was gonna say Nerida.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, constantly just dragging people out into the swamp. They don't come back. It's not
I was
really
gonna
a
say,
thing. I'm up, cool with.
You're not supposed to know about that.
You see things. You know things.
I see
Awesome.
too much.
She's seen some shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
Right. Who would you
Only 22.
who would you like Sybil to mark?
night.
Sybil's marking night, huh?
Because they seem like the type that try to hide from her visions, but she can still see them no matter what. Nothing can hide from her.
Sweet. All right then. So, Sybil, what's a conflict or rumor that you've heard about night?
See, night is like the werewolves and stuff,
Uh,
or wolves.
yeah, the specter, the vamp, the wolf, and the revenant.
Okay. Mm. What is it again? The specter, the wolf, the revenant,
And the vamp.
and the vamp.
Yeah, so night's usually like ghosts, werewolves,
Right.
vampires, and occasionally the, corpse of somebody who's dragged themselves from the grave to get revenge.
I think I've seen a vision of the of not so much see but feel like the energies of the revenants and the specters like swirling together. It's like this
Oh.
energy twister type of thing, and it feels volatile. Like it could either more like the start of a hurricane. Like it can either come together to create this like horrible hurricane, or it could split and just kind of spread out.
Throw chaos all over the place.
It could fizzle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's either like come together and working together and going in one direction, or it's just gonna like send destruction out everywhere.
Okay. Cool. Nice. So why don't you go ahead and roll with night then, and we'll see how well. Man,
Eee. That
Oh,
sounds fantastic.
guys, it's not good right now.
that is absolutely not
It's like-
not good right now.
It's real bad. It's
Things
real
are
bad.
Things are bad.
Things are real bad. I can tell you right now that the Revenant's coming for you.
Yeah, okay.
Their Revenants are not pleasant creatures because they're basically the crow. And this one
A lot of stimulus.
definitely knows you see things, and that means you could be useful.
something. The eyes of Delphi. Something. Inserted into a power metal '80s song.
Her eyes so innocent. Awesome. Paige, who do you trust the least?
Who do I trust the least? It's got to be. Got a thing with. Yeah, it's got to be. Sorry, Sam. Is it Keila?
It's Keila.
Yep, it's got to be Keila.
Nice. Who? Sam, who do you want? Who do you want Paige to mark?
I think Paige should. I think Paige should mark power.
Cool.
And there's some. Yeah, power.
Unmuffle me.
Power. What's a rumor that you've heard about power, Paige?
That there has been a shakeup at the top of the hierarchy among the wizards in the city.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Guys, it's not good when wizards get pissed
That's never good.
or they get ambitious. Either way, this works. This ends up poorly for us.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, it's never good when the wizard. Do they have like a council? Like, how do they normally operate, or do you actually know?
Yeah, no, I don't. That's not something I would know. All I know is that, like, I've heard rumors that there's been a shakeup and somebody went outside of the ordinary means of gaining power to get a leg up.
So you're saying that somebody colluded with somebody?
Yeah, there's some wizard. I don't know. Maybe a P tape. That's all.
Maybe a P tape. Oh. Sweet.
All right. I roll to see if I fight the power.
Fight the power.
Oh,
man.
Wow, we're doing good.
guys,
Man.
no.
No.
So it turns out that like the suspicion among the wizards is that the let me pull out some names here. It's a wizard named Marissa is the one seeking power.
Marissa or Larissa?
Marissa with an M.
Okay.
Marissa. Has in order to tip the scales in her favor, has been asking, leveraging demonic favors.
That ends well.
Yeah,
Every time.
So it's like, it's not even, I don't think that they were like specifically targeting you, Paige. I think that they like the people that are opposed, you know, the sorceress opposition party, is just fucking on the warpath, and so they are like sort of fucking doing black bag operations on like full on demons and tainted, you know, to get answers.
Gotcha.
It's like this game gets super topical, doesn't it?
Almost.
Yep, it is now. You're welcome.
I'm
Colluded with demons.
colluded with demons.
Now we just need an oil spill.
Right? Hold on, I'm being told that my audio is a little low, so we'll try
Whoa.
that.
Whoa, ASMR now.
I was about to say, Mr. Radio.
So let me get this straight. Wizards are coming in under cover of darkness into an area that isn't theirs, and they're putting people in body bags.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
Get
God.
out of my campaign.
Behold my masterpiece.
I thought you had one. I thought there was one. I thought you used that one.
Ah, God
It's a
damn
game
it!
about deaths.
All right. Who?
No one trusts me now.
No one trusts. So, Keila, you're the last. Yes.
Hey, Shaun.
Yes, I'm the last
You're
one.
distorting pretty badly now.
Am I?
Blowing that mic out.
Blowing it out. How about now? How's that?
Better.
It's good.
Is that okay? I'm
Yep.
trying to balance things. I can't really monitor anything, so we'll see. We'll see if it goes a little bit better. All right. So I think Keila is the last one. Yes.
Please succeed in something.
Sweet. So who do you trust the least, Keila?
Who do I trust the least?
Yes.
Well, I think I trust the Fae the least.
What?
Nerida.
Nerida.
Who would you like Keila to mark?
Wild.
Ah, hooray!
Your very own.
My own faction.
Nice. What's going on with Wild?
Oh boy, let me look at what the.
What isn't going on?
I'm trying to find. There's a really good paragraph that summarizes each of them, and I lost it in. Here it is. It's on page 31. What sounds bizarre and strange? The bizarre and strange, demons and fae particularly, but otherworldly things. I think that there's talk. There's talk amongst the practitioners of voodoo.
Okay.
And the circles, all the bones, the what's the art of reading entrails of an animal?
Oh god, I can't remember. There is a name for it, and I can't remember what it is. I almost said arithmancy, but that's only because I've been reading Harry Potter to the kid.
Yeah. But it's like these signs, these old with an E magics are whispering about something that Rita brought in from out in the Gulf. And it's here and it's in the water.
Ooh.
It's Giardia.
and I feel like if so then I roll and I'm either prepared for it or I'm neck deep or it's coming at me.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, so this to me feels like. So do I just roll? Do I have to roll like hit the streets?
It doesn't matter as long as the selector is set to wild. It doesn't matter which move you use because it's 2d6 plus the faction.
Success.
Dang.
Some small amount of success.
Yay.
Wow. Okay. You are prepared for the conflict you laid out. You've got a debt on someone in that faction for a useful piece of information, or equipment. Your choice. So, do you have a debt with? You have a debt on somebody, or do you have equipment or knowledge?
I have a debt.
Nice. Who do you have a debt with?
I'm trying to look up I'm thinking it's and I don't know how to print. I think it's is it Houngan?
A Hungan? Yeah.
Houngan?
I don't know how to pronounce that either. That's a thing that I will have to look up.
Yeah. I think a Houngan. Houngan, and his name is Razi, Razi.
Are the practitioners of voodoo in wild?
Do we want them to be?
It's
oh no, we lost a Neil.
No.
I mean,
There we go.
More
Now
like
we have a
power.
Neil.
Yeah, because I would assume that they were in power.
Yes.
So it talks about the bizarre,
Right.
like otherworldly beings, strange peoples, and demonic creatures. I feel like they're really low key. Like they can't make shit happen. They aren't like a sorcerer. It's super, like it's even below like legerdemain.
Okay.
Or prestidigitation. It's they're just out there, and it's like they can't make tangible shit happen, which is why no one in power takes them seriously, and why they're on the fringes. That's why they're out in the wild.
Okay. No, that's cool.
People that live out in the bayou, and this Houngan has said, like, I've caught it. I have it in a jar.
Oh. Interesting.
And that's what, like, that was what he owed me, and that's what he told me. I have it in a jar. Like, that is the text message I got on my shitty little flip phone.
That just I got this thing in the jar. Nice.
I caught it in a jar. Nice.
Got a jar for you.
He said what was in the water.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I think that gives us a good thing to start with. It's 9:15 right now. You guys want to take a quick break and then come back and do some scenes, or do we want to cut it short and use this as the start of next week?
I say cut it short. Because
Yeah.
if we get into a scene that's at least 45 an hour, and it's 11:15 here, so.
That is right. You guys live in places where the time is strange.
We live in the future.
You live in the future.
Yeah.
Is it any better?
Nope.
No, it's still terrible in the future.
Is it any better?
So you just have to turn off Twitter, and it's great.
I tried.
Just when you thought you get it, or just when you get out.
It pulls you back in. Cool. Well, I think
Like
that
shitty print.
that gives us an awful lot to work with next Tuesday. So we'll just pick straight up from there. Hopefully, as of right now, everything is looking good for next Tuesday, but it is finals week. So if anything changes between now and then, I will let you know.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
But we should be back next Tuesday, and for those of you who, I know my friend John is in the chat right now, but anybody else watching?
Hi, John.
And we have another viewer right as we're about to close, but hello. But yeah, I am planning on doing a GM prep stream on Thursday, probably for Burning Wheel, maybe for this game, but I don't think that this game is going to require quite so much prep. I have to do a lot for that. So yeah, for those of you guys, feel free to stop in Thursday at 9. For the 4 of you, thank you guys for playing. I'm stoked
Excited
about
to get
this game.
started.
I know. There's a lot going on.
Demons and swamp monsters and fairies. It's
And Revenants.
and revenants.
So good.
I was
Pissed off wizards.
pissed off wizards, angry ghosts, all sorts of cool stuff. Sweet.
And a disease.
And a disease. Are any of these things connected? We don't know.
Tune in next week.
That's right. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out and playing.
Yep.
And I will see everybody next time.
Bye-bye.